Can Nobita become the king of all neighborhood kids inside a dream? Mom came home to find Dad practically dying of frustration over their turtle-like son. They were discussing future dreams. Dad wanted to be an astronaut, a scientist, or at least a pro baseball player. Yet Nobita's dream was to be the king of kids. Doraemon was shocked too, but Nobita didn't bother explaining and told him to follow along. Sure enough, Jian shouted for a gathering in the vacant lot and his minions lined up neatly. Watching this scene, Nobita dreamed of having that imposing aura where every kid in town would obey him. Jian grabbed Nobita by the ear, asking if he hadn't heard him call a meeting. Back home, Nobita still couldn't let go of his dream. The cat kindly told him only kids can be kids' kings, but Nobita's logic was twisted. Precisely because you can't be one as a kid, it's easier when you're older. Doraemon could not tell if Nobita was naive or just foolish. An adult playing games with little kids, no wonder his dad nearly passed out. To make Nobita face reality, Doraemon thought of a way to make him king of kids early. First, take a quilt from the closet, spread it on the floor, and take a nap. Because Nobita was too excited, he didn't fall asleep until 2:30 in the morning, and then the cat woke him up. Then Doraemon took out a dream wind chime, adjusted the volume to sound like a 10-year-old, and hung it on a tree for the wind to ring. The bell would summon the chosen kids, who would sleepwalk their way to get dressed and head to the vacant lot. Nobita looked left and right, wondering why nobody was there. Right after he said that, the main group arrived, walking like zombies toward the vacant lot. To put it simply, they were sleepwalking. At the sight of them, Doraemon said Nobita was the kids' king now, and told him to test it out. Feeling immensely proud, Nobita shouted a command, making everyone rush over and line up neatly to follow his orders. Seeing that Jian showed no sign of obeying, Nobita rushed over and tugged Jian by the ear. Doraemon was horrified at what he saw and quickly warned Nobita. Waking Jian would cost him his position as the kids' king. Then Nobita exercised his privilege as king, telling everyone to play string figures. Expecting unconditional obedience, Jian instead demanded sumo wrestling, and the rest quickly chimed in. Jian's influence on them was too deep, leaving the newly appointed king with zero persuasion power. Doraemon advised Nobita to go with sumo. With all the others asleep, Nobita was bound to win. To make the match more exciting, Nobita ordered them to go home and bring prizes, only for them to bring back total junk. The cat helper then marked the arena. The main event was round one, the new king versus the old king. They struck their poses ready for action. Nobita figured he wouldn't hold back. At the referee's signal, Jian swept in with huge palm strikes, and Nobita stood no chance, getting knocked out in a single round. Nobita was shocked by Jian's strength even while asleep. He needed to find someone weaker to fight. Naturally, that choice fell on Tsuneo, since he was short and skinny. After going through many people, Nobita couldn't beat any of them. Seeing no one else left, Doraemon suddenly noticed Shizuka warming up on the side. With a wave of the fan, the match started immediately. Shizuka used a shoulder throw and sent him flying. Finally, only Haruo was left, and Doraemon bribed him with a sausage not to win. This was the final battle for dignity, Nobita versus the chubby kid. At the signal, Nobita charged forward with all his might, tripped over a stone, and immediately surrendered. It was officially proven that Nobita couldn't beat a single person. Once the matches ended, everyone went back home. Early the next morning, a bone-tired Nobita thought nobody knew about his embarrassing night, only to find out everyone had the same dream of effortlessly beating him up. Nobita was shocked when he overheard everyone discussing the dream. Embarrassed, he hastily begged them not to talk about it anymore.